are live. Good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the #1 sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark here. Nick Freeze is on the way. We're live on your TV screens, mobile devices, laptops, and desktops on YouTube and on X. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and like and subscribe to Sports4U podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at Sports4U podcast. Follow me at John Watson0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi I'm Mark, Mark1 on X. Follow Nick on X, Instagram at 99Gorilla. So I'm getting ready. Big weekend here in the city. That World Series rematch going down right. It's about to go down in a few minutes. My Dodgers takes on the New York Yankees down at Dodger Stadium for the weekend. All the games are nationally televised, by the way. So if you're looking for a game, tonight is on Apple TV Plus. Looking for tomorrow's game is on Fox. It's Baseball Night America game of the week. If you're looking for Sunday night, it's going to be on ESPN. What up, Sports PSP? Shout out to you. Shout out to Drell, who joined Sports4U Wrestling the other day. And lots to talk about, specifically the NBA. We got a couple of NBA, one of the couple topics we kind of talked about the other day, but we'll revisit it. And then talk about this series going down here in our city. So let's just go and get to it. And we got calling out names later on tonight. I got calling out names. I would never thought I'd have this person calling out names, but boy, y'all just want to stay tuned. I'm just gonna tell y'all, stay tuned today. So here we go. And then there were three. As of right now, 3 teams left. Nova, what up? Nova, just giving you a heads up. It's Friday. Anything's bound to happen. Here comes Trill. Shout out to y'all, but Thunderclap is still crazy. For those who are wondering what that is a reference to, what up, Tip Major? Today's show I titled Thunderclapped. Because that's exactly what happened to the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder. After they beat the Lakers in 5, they beat the Warriors in 5, then they go down and lose in 5 to the now Western Conference champion Oklahoma City Thunder.
Sure, what was good with it?
So that is why, again, today's show is titled Thunderclapped. Take it what you want. I know a lot of people have many definitions of the word when they hear thunder and clapped. But I would say, hey, it's Friday, so anything's so whatever. If you thunder,
So thunderclapping on a Freaky Friday. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, another way to have it.
You said you gotta let her have it?
Well, if you thunderclapping, you let her have it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm not mad at that.
Oh man. Hey, no, I didn't wake up on some Friday BS. Trail, because number one, my Friday started off good. Obviously, shout out to Sophie. Everything. JT, Marshall Mikes, the whole family's in the building. Coach Clash family's in the building. They're the only ones commenting so far on the title of the show. Hey, JT. Hey, man. Sometimes you have to raise some eyebrows. But that's why this show is titled that, because the Minnesota Timberwolves went down in 5 games. I'm just gonna call it what it is. The Oklahoma City Thunder are probably gonna be your next NBA champs. And I don't see nobody in the East, whether it's the Pacers or the Knicks, standing in their way of getting the title back, between bringing the title for the first time to OKC, but for the first time in 50 years with that franchise, of course, being originally the Seattle Supersonics. So yeah, be prepared for them. So tonight, that's what we're going to talk about. We'll talk about the East Finals. We'll definitely talk about what's going on my TV. My Dodgers versus Nessa and Trail's Yankees. So it's a lot of bad blood in the atmosphere right now. But let's stick with the West, as I just stated. Thunder winning 5 games, and obviously they're now the Western Conference champions, as I stated. And obviously Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is your Magic Johnson Western Conference Finals MVP. Already add to his regular season MVP. SGA will be the first MVP in the finals since Steph Curry in 2016 when the 73-9 Warriors lost to blew a 3-1 lead in the finals to LeBron's Cavs, and he looks to be the first. And he looks to be the first MVP since Steph to win a ring.
Yankees winning all weekend.
Well, that's a lie. Well, we got Max. We got Mark's boy Max Fried on the hill for the Yanks against the Catman Tony Gonsolin. So let's go. And then tomorrow is Will Warren versus Landon Knack. But the game I will be Sunday. Sunday.
Are you going to the game Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
Sunday Night Baseball. ESPN will be in architecture. We don't know who the Yankees pitcher is, but I get to see Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the hill Sunday night. I will be there in the architecture. Me and Trey will actually be in the architecture that day. Shout out to you, Alex. So this lineup, the Yankees going with Trey Grisham, the leadoff, Aaron Judge batting second. Cody Bellinger back in Dodger Stadium in a Yankees uniform, batting third. Oh, wait, how about Trey Grisham with the 11s cleats on? That's what happened to Timberwolves. B. They got thunderclap because they went on a 5. Ant-Man.
Did you just call your pitcher Catman?
That's what they call him. I don't know why. But I don't know why they call him Catman, but that's what they call him. I guess he's into cats, so he's not scared of.
Me too.
I am too. Clearly, he's not scared of cats or the kitty. Cat.
You got the 11 zone. So yeah. OKC wins.
Yeah. We wasn't even close. In that game 5, I was like, get this massacre off my television.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching at halftime.
I was like, man, get this massacre. Yeah, I'm like, get this massacre off my TV.
Sam said he's scared of person.
Campman. Oh boy, that was crazy. That was calling Ant-Man Campman. We also talk about Anthony Edwards too. Oh, I gotta find that clip. You've been warned. Okay. Win or lose, but again, Yankees win. Okay. Now, so if you lose, y'all really can't say nothing. But I digress. I mean, y'all Yankee fans, boy. I get it though. But
I'm minding my Atlanta Brave business.
I know y'all beat the Phillies the other day. But yeah, it didn't even look close. What I saw between these two teams. No, but that's crazy. Can't man. Yeah, that's it. Shout out to my girl Nova from, of course, from Society of Pop Culture, part of the Culture Clash family. She said she's going to pop in the comments today. By the way, diehard Commanders. So she said she's going to join us for the 2 days, and she's going to allow us to get off her chest. Anybody else? I bought the first base. That's 1 out. So yeah, New York sports fans. Sam said New York sports fans are loud, are in general loud and obnoxious. That's true. But I say this: Dodger Stadium, and I know a lot of them going to be between the Yankees and the Knicks. A lot going on. As Aaron Judge is now at the plate. Let's see what we got going here. I was telling someone if he was having so many drama, he could have played better. I just think they just ran into a bad matchup. I'm just be. They went to a bad matchup, and the the Thunder are like four dudes who pretty much could have be offensive first team.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm pulling for New York because I know Indiana doesn't have a chance at all. Neither one of the teams have a chance.
No, neither one's going. Nobody's beating OKC. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So if y'all think there's gonna be a miracle, oh god, oh damn it. Well, no, I wasn't. I was. We can't say I'm not surprised by that one. Aaron Judge just hit one deep to center field. So 1-0 Yankees.
Aaron Judge went deep. Is that what you just said?
I said he went deep to center field.
That's crazy, dog. You didn't even say Paul. That was out of pocket.
Oh. Yo, so we're doing right now? Okay. Not shocked. I don't know. I don't really know PBG because it's still because I think whoever plays the Thunder is probably going to be out in 5 games. Yo, Nova, relax.
See, overheard it too.
See?
John out of pocket. John starting early. He ain't letting the show warm up first.
Yo, you good?
John didn't even get himself no foreplay before he started talking about something.
Give him the show foreplay. You see what we're doing? See?
All right.
Cody Bellinger is at the plate. Cody Bellinger's up. Shout out to Bellinger. Cody Bellinger's a Yankee right now. They was talking about us bringing him back. It should be a good series, bro. I expected Aaron Judge to go yard at least every game in this series. So that didn't shock me. I'll be real ticked if he goes off on us.
He's been playing well lately, huh?
I know. I don't want to see a former Dodger come in here and just basically.
That was a strike. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't want to see a former Dodger come in here and just basically own the weekend. So I'm rooting for Bellinger to have a decent series, but I don't want him to come out here and be MVP Cody Bellinger. MVP Cody Bellinger. So, but shout out to Belly. He's a Dodger for life. Bro, he got an MVP with us and Rookie of the Year. To me, he's a Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll always look at him as a Dodger. I know he's with the Cubs, nice with the Yankees. She is coming in with the foolery. She said, "Yeah." So Sam says the NBA dream is Knicks and Lakers in the NBA Finals. Picture it, East versus West. Well, both of them got to get their stuff together for that to happen. We've had many opportunities to get Knicks versus Lakers, but one of them didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. But right now, Yankees are at 1-0. But let's look at the offseason for the Timberwolves. Obviously, they're $199 million in contracts. They're already over the first apron. They're $8 million below the second apron, which would basically handicap what they can do. They got $5.7 million in the tax mid-level. They got a second-round pick. They got their minimum. They got the 17th pick in the draft.
And the 31st.
Then they got the 31st pick in the draft, so they'll pick at the top of round 2. But here's where it gets interesting. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, I know where he's going.
Right, what, be with his cousin?
Yep.
I would hate that. Julius Randle has a player option.
He's staying.
Nas Reed has a player option.
He gonna stay.
Luka Garza has a team option. I don't know what Pat McAfee's one of the Pat McAfee show's favorite bench warmer, Luka Garza. Joe Ingles, I know he was still in the league, but he's just there as a veteran. Forgot about Bones Highland. I ain't heard that name since he was with the Clippers.
Oh shit, yeah.
But yeah, the rest of their roster, obviously Dillingham, DiVincenzo, Jalen Clark, they're all staying put. But the question is, what happens when Nickeil Alexander-Walker? Obviously, Julius Randle's coming back, and what happens with Nas Reed?
And what about Mike Conley? Is he coming back? Is he retiring?
Well, I think he's going to try one more year.
Because he's 30. He's 38 now, right?
Yeah. This would be he just completed his 18th season in the NFL, in the NBA.
18 years in the NFL is crazy.
Well, I'm in NBA. PBG said the Timberwolves got to trade for KD, Devin Booker, or Trae Young. They tried for KD at the trade deadline.
Yeah, but they didn't want to give up.
They didn't give up whatever it is that Minnesota wanted. So I don't know. I think KD's gonna end up in Texas, either with the Rockets or the Spurs, or Dallas. So we'll see what happens there. I'm really intrigued what happens with Nickeil Alexander-Walker because obviously he's a good player, solid 3-and-D defender.
I think he's going right to OKC.
I can see him wanting to team up with his cousin. By the way, his cousin, for those who don't know who Nickeil Alexander-Walker's cousin is, listen to the middle name, Alexander. His cousin is this guy, the reigning MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA, that is his cousin, and they're very close. I mean they're very close, and obviously they had felt they kind of felt awkward playing against each other, but it's a grown man's league, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Nas Reed is what I'm intrigued by. Obviously, I would love to see him in purple and golds, but he got a player option.
I don't, because I want to keep betting on him when we play against y'all.
Shout out the prize picks and all the parlays. But and then I said, like Mark said, what happens with Mike Conley? What happens with Mike Conley? Does he decide to come back for year 19, or does he just hang it up after 18 years? This is one of the best chances they had to get a championship, but unfortunately, it didn't happen again. They went out in 5 for the second straight year. But obviously, also they got new ownership in town now. They're getting smoked by your own fam. Sting. Yeah, they do. It's still a rivalry, family rivalry. Imagine they go to the family reunion, and SGA is walking around with the Larry, and SGA and Nickeil got to sit there and look at that, like, man, this dude, man. But we'll keep an eye on that. I want to play something because I'm gonna have a discussion.
I don't like this answer at all.
And I think we all pretty much are on the same accord with this. So this was Anthony Edwards post game following the loss in Game 5 the Oklahoma City Thunder. On next week.
I'm hurt more so for myself for Mike. I came up short for Mike. Like I said, we tried last year. We couldn't get it. We tried again this year. We're gonna try again next year. But hurting is a terrible word to use. I'm good. Yeah.
He said he was good. He didn't say he wasn't hurt over losing. He's not happy. He's happy. I personally think that's such a BS. Don't tell me you're not hurt. That you just lost for the second straight year in 5 games. Second straight year in 5 games. So I don't want to hear that. And man said he don't want to be the face of the league. I still think he lied when he said that, Trevor. I still think he lying. I just think he want to go through all the deal with everything else.
I don't think he want to deal with the media part.
Yeah, that's it.
Man. When it comes to the branding, endorsements, everything on the court and the financial part of it, he want to deal with. I just think the media part, the role model part, all that part, he don't really want to. I don't think he want to deal with. But unfortunately, in that position, you can't pick and choose.
You really can't. So I didn't like his answer, and I listened to Michael Wilbon yesterday on ESPN talk about he's got a chance to talk to Anthony Edwards a bit since he's been in the league, and he thinks that's straight. Everything he said was pretty much a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
He grew up. Obviously, we all know his story. Lost his mom and grandmother at the age of 15, 18 months apart.
Yeah.
So he says stuff to try to keep himself positive. But I didn't like. But then don't tell me you're good. You have to be sad for Mike because of Mike. No, you're sad because number one for the second straight year. What the hell? The second straight year. Dude, you went out in 5 games. 5. You only won 1 game.
Mm-mm. I didn't get that. In Texas?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that. Oh shit.
But yeah, nah, fam. He's gonna have to grow up. He's got to grow up. He's got to learn. Now Shohei Ohtani's up. Oh, see ya. So what? Go figure. We get bombs from Aaron Judge and Ohtani in the first inning. Who would have predicted that? We're talking about a parlay. Talking about an easy parlay. What up, Ill Will?
Ill Will, what up with it?
So I see him pretty much holding up the shield, not to show weakness. I sort of respect that, but we all know that hurts. Yeah, it hurting him. He's hurting. He's trying to protect himself, knowing that, but we know that he's hurting because at the end of that question, he was saying that nobody's gonna work out, gonna put in the work more than me during this offseason. So, and I believe him. I think he's gonna go in here. He's gonna do whatever he gotta do to get the work, to get them, eventually get them to the NBA Finals for the first time. There are 5 in NBA history that have not played in the NBA Finals. Your Timberwolves are 1. Clippers. So it's looking like the home battle. This is McGuire. So could be, yeah. Just unfortunately, no juice. What up, Jess? Get your podcast in the building. By the way, Shohei Ohtani leading the MLB in homers at 21, and now just passed Cody Bellinger's record for most home runs by a Dodger before the month of June. Teoscar Hernandez is batting second. No Mookie Betts.
What happened?
He stubbed his toe at home.
Did he break it?
No, that's why I say it's good thing he didn't break it. He's day to day. So hopefully we'll see him either tomorrow or Sunday, but he's not playing tonight. By the way, just said shout out to Mark's Blackhawks fitted.
Oh, appreciate you.
But he, like Mark said, he don't want to deal with all the other stuff that comes with being the face of the NBA. That's all that is. He wants to do the commercials, he wants to get the endorsements and obviously cash them checks. But let's be real. He ain't everything else. Nah, he doesn't want to deal with it. So, well, right now he's in Cancun. He's in Cancun, hanging out with everybody else who's out of the playoffs. So shout out to him. But again, this is at this Thunder's off season. Then we'll go over to what we expect from the Thunder in the finals. Again, two big questions. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is gone. Somebody's going to throw him a lot of money this offseason. He's going to get a lot of money this offseason. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But the Naz Reid one is interesting to me because obviously I think he's going to be coveted. Teams are going with Minnesota right here. Look, keep an eye on that number, 199. They go over that 207. They're in cap hell. That's where I think I heard Sham say the other day on the McAfee show. This might be the craziest offseason in NBA history because teams are going to have to try to move money because they don't want to be under that second apron. That second apron is pretty much a de facto hard cap, and that's what it is. Exactly what it is. It's a hard cap. But let's go ahead to the team that won the West, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look at this roster. Led by that man right there, your MVP SGA. You got all NBA third teamer Jalen Williams. You got Chet Holmgren, who could be an all defensive performer. You signed Isaiah Hardenstein right there.
It's a good signing for
you traded for Alex Caruso.
They won that trade.
Yeah, Bones Highland is a cold name. You got Lou Dort, who's all defensive first team. You got the other Jalen Williams. You got the other Jalen Williams there. I got Aaron Wiggins. You got Case and Wallace. You got a bunch of these guys like you said, they got 5, 6 guys who could be on all defensive team any year. But unfortunately, obviously with Caruso and Chet, they didn't play them out. They didn't meet the game requirements, so therefore that's why they were out. But but for the rest of them, that stinks. But for the rest of them, they obviously Lou Dort was first team, Jalen Williams was second team. You can argue Case and Wallace could be a third, be on the second, be an all defensive player. Obviously SGA could be an all defensive player, but he's got these guys, so he does. I mean, he still plays good defense, but he doesn't have to exalt much on defense because you got 4 pretty much knockdown defenders with J Dub, Lou Dort, Case and Wallace, and Alex Caruso. And they're stacking the young. Yeah, Thunder stack and the
Thunder stack. Wow.
Hey, yo, just.
Yeah, no, they got a roster, man.
And obviously, everyone brings up the SGA Paul George trade. People forget that trade also had included Jalen Williams as well. So we'll see what happens. They are at home chilling right now because they are waiting the winner of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. And we thought we was going to get that winner last night, but nope. Knicks stay alive, 111-94, winning in the Garden. It was like not in our house. So it didn't shock me the Knicks won. I mean they were I'd be shocked they weren't gonna go out without a fight. But I'm really not. I'm trying to understand. The Pacers should have knew that the Knicks were going to have. They probably get some favorable calls, and they were going to be desperate. How did they not seize the opportunity and go in there and get this W? I will not understand.
The superstar didn't show up.
What superstar?
Halliburton.
Who?
Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton?
Mm-hmm.
The point guard?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The Tyrese Halliburton who last night had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists on 2 for 7 shooting in 32 minutes. 0 for 2 from 3. Was a minus 23. The guy that everyone wants to get mad at us if you don't say he's a superstar. He's not. Had a record-setting game the other day. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists, 12 rebounds, no turnovers. I bet y'all ain't man gonna have another baby mama scandal come out. He's got too much time off now. Man, he better just keep he just better focus on just trying on making sure he stay healthy. And whatever happens between him and wherever he does in the summer, that's between him and them. They ain't got nothing to do with us. But back to this guy. Now, again, Tyrese Halliburton is not overrated. He's not at all overrated.
Tyrese Halliburton is a great player, man.
Yes. But if you want to be a star,
he might even be a star.
He is a star. No, he's a star. He is a star now.
He's just not a superstar.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say that.
Yeah. I don't get why this was such a bad idea.
Because people praising on the moments. 4 months ago, wasn't nobody complaining about Tyrese Halliburton being a superstar.
None whatsoever.
They just praising on the moments, man. We do this every year. It seems like they do this, man.
That's all it is. Everyone want to be a prisoner of the moment instead of just let this dude earn his stripes by playing the game. He is not a superstar.
And he gonna come out next year, next game, and have a really good game. I think they can win the game. Before the series started, I said Pacers in 6. So
yeah, so tomorrow night would be the night.
Yeah, it's right on, right on track for me. But I think he'll come out and have a really good game tomorrow. I think everybody gonna play better tomorrow.
I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be shocked if they didn't. But I think tomorrow they're coming out for blood in their home on their home court, and they are going to in this series,
I think so too.
and then get ready because you don't want to give the Thunder too much time to rest.
Oh, they got Carl Anthony Towns with the points. All right.
PVG said, I think Halliburton's like Mike Conley is prime, really good but very underrated. Yeah, I said the other day, I know a lot of people want to compare him to CP3, but I say he's more of a Chauncey Billups. Come on now. Austin Wells just hit a solo, leads on the second inning with a home run. Come on, Sandman in the house. While we're in the Knicks, only Adam Sandler we're wearing.
He probably got some basketball shorts too. Probably just came from hooping.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Ben Mathurin, can he get 11 points tomorrow?
I can see it. I mean, but Tyrese Halliburton's, they're going to go as he goes. And, I mean, you got Siakam there, you got Ben Mathurin, you got Hayes, you got Nate Smith and Nimhard and TJ McConnell, these guys, but they need him to have a big game. They need him to have a big game tomorrow night. Clearly, they need him to have a big game on tomorrow night. So that game is going to be on TNT. So check that out. As we are speaking of TNT, we are getting close to the end of an era. Right now, Yankees are up 2-1 on the Dodgers, but we're getting close to the end of the era with TNT. We all know, and I know a lot of people are still up in their feelings over it, that TNT inside the TNT era is officially over. But it's not the end of inside the NBA. And people need to understand that. PN, them, talk, they talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first remember Shaquille O'Neal. Halliburton's a good PG, but not a superstar, at least not yet. He'll get there. Shannon. Look, you're all NBA. He's been all NBA twice already, so he'll be if you're on the third team now, you got to try to evolve yourself and try to be one of those top 10, be one of those 10 guys, 10 players who make the first or second team. Well, back to this topic on inside the NBA. The NBA, obviously, because the NBA now is going to have a new TV deal that kicks in starting next year. Amazon Prime is now in the mix. NBA is coming back to NBC. It's coming back to NBC, and then obviously they'll still be on ESPN as well. But everybody is still hurt over the fact that TNT is getting out of the NBA business. I'm gonna say this: it's not the NBA's fault. Clearly, TNT did not value the NBA the way it's now valuing hockey now.
I'm about to say prioritizing hockey.
And obviously, everyone's wondering if they go to, because they're going to be licensed on ESPN starting next year, will they still be the same, be able to do what they do, say what they say, and everything? Well, Shaquille O'Neal heard all that, and this is what he said pregame about the end of the era of inside the NBA.
There's always saying when something passes away, something is reborn. And yes, it is the ending of the Inside the NBA on TNT, but it's the new beginning for us. I'm glad we're still together on whatever network we go to, and whatever network we're coming to, we bring in the pain. Just letting you know right now. Okay, I know everybody's sad that, it ain't gonna be the show. The show is still here, baby. You can never kill the four horsemen. We coming, and we coming to take spots, we coming to kick ass, and we coming to take names.
Take names!
And we doing it our way.
Hey, I love it. Okay? Let's go play, Jack. I'm ready to go right now.
So,
I'm ready, baby.
All the sadness about that show, we coming with a whole brand new show, and we don't care who in our way. We coming to kick ass and take names.
Oh, I can play with. That's why I want to play with him.
Can I be Ric Flair? Yes.
Okay, we good.
Yes. We coming.
And the last thing.
The name changes, but the boys are here. We them boys. Don't ever forget it.
We them boys.
We them boys. We making noise. We coming.
We coming.
Stop the tears.
I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Thank you.
And I agree with Shaq is saying. I don't think they're going to change. ESPN is going to change inside the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
It's a licensing deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why? I have 2 words for why I know this is not going to change. Pat McAfee. Simple as that. Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee. So Pat McAfee, of course, has his show on ESPN. And now, and he doesn't, and they haven't changed anything with him. It's still licensed through his production company. But no, they're not going to change. I believe that. Because I don't think Barkley and Shaq would agree to let Turner license it.
Only difference I think with Pat McAfee show is it's in the morning, so kids not really gonna be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But when Inside the NBA come on, it's gonna be like, prime time at night. I think that will be the difference. So we'll see how they let them, how far I let them tiptoe the line.
Yeah, and I agree. So I think everybody, but like I said, everyone who's all butthurt over TNT losing NBA and may want to blame the NBA over this, I'm like, no, blame TNT.
Yeah, TNT just prioritized NHL. Prioritize NHL. That's all it is.
Pretty much, they've moved on. Y'all can like it or not. They decided that they're going into the NHL business, the college football business. That's what they want to do. So you don't gotta like the decision, but you gotta respect it. Now, it's your choice to watch Inside NBA on TNT, which you're probably gonna do.
Which I only thing I don't want to see is I don't want to see Stephen A. Smith with them.
I don't think there are going to be any changes. I think everything is going to be licensed through Turner. So I think Turner's production team will be there. It's all going to be what happens next. What's going to happen with next year. And obviously we know some of the Turner talent is already getting jobs. We know Reggie Miller's going over to call games for NBC. I think Jamal Crawford's also calling games for NBC. D Wade. I mean, he'll come on time to time, but he's not going to be a regular there because they still got NBA Countdown. So there's NBA Countdown didn't go anywhere. But I think one thing I think everyone I want to focus on with this whole merger with whole NBC thing. Oh, the news that everyone keeps talking about. Everyone wants to know what the heck is Michael Jordan's role going to be with NBC.
No,
I personally think you're not going to get Last Dance Michael Jordan. I'll be shocked.
Is that statement that put out, was that true?
But what?
Him talking about his toxic fans?
I didn't see the statement. You got to show it to me. Pause. But Michael Jordan has been listed as he's going to be a special contributor to. He's going to be a special contributor. Now, I don't think he's going to be in studio full time on NBC. I don't expect that to happen. I expect him probably just pull up a couple times a year. Definitely during when the NBA goes NBA on Christmas or whatever big games. Definitely during the playoffs. Expect you to see Michael Jordan sitting on the desk with Carmelo Anthony and whoever else they're gonna have in studio. I think in studio as breaking down film. That's just not. I think he happened. You can hope for it, but I'd be shocked. A lot of people want to see that Jordan. They want to see MJ unfiltered and just talking, you know what, and having a cigar in his mouth, kind of like a Manicast version, like a Manicast.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I hope TNT grabs NFL coverage like they had in the 90s. They need to snatch some. They're not getting Thursday night Amazon. You kiss that goodbye, Sam.
That price.
They ain't reaching out. They ain't reaching those Jeff. They don't got Jeff Bezos money. So Nah. Wishful thinking? Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Ha! It's gonna be interesting here. MJ discuss Brown when they come. Oh boy, that's why I don't think he's good most of the time, Trill. Because I'm really gonna be surprised to see him actually give admiration. I know somebody's gonna sneak in that GOAT conversation. Imagine Jordan live reaction to. Oh, come on, Trunks, not the flop. Ted Turner doesn't own TNT. No. I didn't say Ted Turner. I said the executives. It ain't got nothing to do with Ted Turner. But Turner Broadcasting did not value the NBA. They went into hockey. They went into college football. And not even decent college football. I mean, they had the playoff, but I think they got like the Mountain West or something. Shout out to Magic. But I don't know what to expect with seeing Michael Jordan on NBC. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'm gonna.
I was trying to see if I can find that statement.
Right now, the Yankees are up 4-1 on the Dodgers. This sucks. Oh, good hit, Tommy Edman. Tommy Titan, get the second.
You call him Tiny Titan?
No, it's Tommy Titan. Nice. Oh. Yo, you heard that?
How you call me Titan?
Which one? I'm not calling another man Tiny.
But you call the man good night. Did you call the man good night?
I didn't say that.
Oh, bad.
You good? Yo, you heard that? Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm gonna find that. But it should be an exciting year. I want to see how they do on ESPN, man. I want to see what the Disney Network.
Oh, somebody just got. Did he just get ejected?
No, he got
a ball.
Yeah.
Oh. So Free just balked, and now Tommy Edman has moved to third base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something wrong with this dude, man.
I'm a LeBron fan, but when he flops, it's funny. Okay.
So I gotta discuss. I got one from man. I can't wait. Mark. It's possible. Got the run though. Got the run. That's all that matters. So good run. Ground down for Kike Hernandez, but it scores Tommy Edman. Dodgers up 4-2. Now in the second inning. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Mark's former pitcher, Max Fried. Now a Yankee.
Oh, we go. Yes.
I got a lot to say about this crap. Boy. But speaking of football, obviously OTAs then started. Bear, he's moved past that situation, and he just needs to go ahead and do what he got to do to try to be a successful quarterback. You got 2 wide receivers. You got 3 good receivers. They got 2 good wide receivers. I don't know how much the running game is, which is quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs a quarterback.
Not everybody, but
well, I mean, teams. Well, you don't have that. You don't have that problem, and finally, the Broncos don't have that problem. It looks like we'll see how it goes, how year 2 goes for my guy Bo. But wait, how we? Wait. What do you do? Oh, he Max Fried balked. He balked. That's why he ended up on third. So right now the Yankees are up 4-2 right now on the Dodgers. Michael Conforto gets a hit, and now here's Miguel Rojas, grounder, and that's going to end the inning. All right. The other day we discussed this briefly, but I want to get y'all hear the whole audio. Terry Bradshaw was on the Pittsburgh radio station, and obviously all the story in Pittsburgh was Aaron Rodgers. Well, I have officially the audio because the Steelers pursuing Aaron Rodgers a joke.
What do you think about possibly Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback?
That's a joke. He shouldn't. That is just, to me, is a joke. But what are you going to do? Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? I mean,
that's not the Steelers' way, right?
No, man. That guy needs to stay in California and go, somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there.
100%. These guys on the show, Mr. Bradshaw, know I'm not a fan of his. We've been around each other personally, and he was not a kind person.
Now, he does not. I had to go over and introduce myself to him. He's not. I had to go, hey, Aaron, I'm Terry Bradshaw. I know he knows me, but I just felt like I better tell him who I am.
Yeah.
And not, you walk in there and you get in his presence and you feel like it's going to start snowing. Oh, hold on. Roger, that was supposed to be something. There you go.
Failure over his head. Dan Hanson, do you agree with that bad move that they go with Rodgers for the Steelers?
He is not a guy you would want for a neighbor. But here in Chicago, I watched him for 15 years make play after play to win football games. And from what I understand, Aaron Rodgers' agent is basically telling the league it's just a matter of time. Aaron's kind of cleaning up some personal matters. He is going to be a part of the Steelers. Now, whether you like it or not, to me, again,
I heard the same thing, Dan. I just don't want to believe
as a mercenary player, you could see him in Arizona or Tampa or something like that.
Well, I hope the first thing he cleans up is his damn attitude.
Yeah, Dan. Hey, Dan.
So Terry Bradshaw calls the Steelers pursuing Aaron Rodgers a joke. Say he has this aura where he feel like if you around him, if you're around him, you feel like he's on the snow or all this other crap.
Like cocaine?
Nah, basically like he walks on water, like he's perfect, like he's just like Mr. Like he just.
I thought he was Jordan in the '80s.
Nah, now Aaron Rodgers, he's smoking ayahuasca. I Terry Bradshaw pretty much
Overrated. Oh,
well, that too, but is Mr. Steeler, Mr. Everyone loves Terry quarterback when they won 4 Super Bowls. Blah 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 blah. I know the whole history of Terry Bradshaw. You ain't got to tell me twice. Not again, man.
I got Paul Goldsmith too.
Yes.
What the fuck?
They got them in this offseason.
They just get everybody.
Paul Goldsmith just 1 yard. Tony Godson, they gave up 3 homers and 4 homers already. Yeah, he pretty much, Trell. He thinks he got that MJ LeBron aura. Here's my thing with Aaron Rodgers. And look, we've been saying this since the draft. He's going to be a Steeler. It ain't a matter of if, it's just when. He doesn't need to be at camp. He doesn't need to be in camp right now because there's nothing mandatory. That's why I understand that when I had Joy Taylor calling our names the other day, I didn't understand what the heck she was talking about. No, he is not. He does not need to be in camp right now. He's not signed to the freaking team. What are you talking about? Now I know a lot of these old grumpy old Steelers like Terry Bradshaw don't want him donned in the black and yellow, but it's gonna happen. Y'all really so what? Y'all cool with just going into the season with Mason Rudolph?
Mm-hmm.
And Skylar Thompson as our quarterbacks?
Yep.
I'm gonna repeat that again.
Yep, they're trying to break Tomlin's record of winning seasons.
Y'all could have any, y'all want to. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. He ain't MVP Aaron Rodgers. That days is gone. But y'all cool with Skylar Thompson and Mason Rudolph. We seen the Mason Rudolph experience in Pittsburgh. It was trash.
Type player.
He wasn't. That's why they got rid of him.
Oh well, you talking about him? I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh. I think Aaron Rodgers. I think ownership.
Yeah, I was gonna say
this is a Rooney call with Aaron Rodgers.
This is a Paul call.
Rooney. I didn't say Pyru. I said Rooney. Not Py Rooney. This is a Dan Rooney. This is a call from Dan Rooney, the owner of the Steelers. This is his call. I don't think this has nothing to do with Mike Tomlin. And Ryan Clark's been saying it. He thinks Mike Tomlin needs to go find his Andy Reid type of situation. Trail says Lee Morgan John can play for Tomlin. Hell, he still haven't won a record. Pretty much. But look what the stuff he's had the last and good great players and even players. What
you said? Look at the stuff he's had the last couple of years.
Yo, you good, man?
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Look at the type of players he's had on the QB wise. He's had to deal with headaches like Antonio Brown and Mike Wallace and now George Pickens.
If they don't they should have drafted Shador.
I get it, but clearly they showed you what they thought of Shador when they drafted Will Campbell out of Ohio State.
And whoever they drafted second, third, and fourth round.
Pretty much. They let you know how they felt about Shador. Now, that situation is interesting because everyone thinks there's some people think might be the Bears. I mean, the Browns starting quarterback in a training camp.
I don't think he'll be the starting quarterback. I
don't think so either.
He's a second string quarterback.
I agree there.
And I do think he'll end up starting at some point this year.
I agree with that. I think he'll make the roster between whoever him and Daniel Gabriel. One of them's gonna make the roster. The other one's gonna be either.
No, both of them should make the roster. The other nigga gotta go.
Which one?
Not the old one. They got another just for.
Talking about Kenny Pickett.
Yep.
I heard Andrew Siciliano today on Mason Ireland. He's now the voice of the Browns.
On purpose?
Go figure. He actually grew up a Browns fan.
Let me stop.
So he was saying that Stefanski thinks he can fix Kenny Pickett. I'm paraphrasing. But he thinks, obviously, he looks at the O-line, what the Steelers had with and the play calling with Matt Canada. But he thinks that he can be the one that can get Kenny Pickett to looking like how he did at Pittsburgh. But that is yet to be seen. I think Kenny Pickett is what he is. And that's all it's going to be.
Shador might end up being better than Caleb.
I'm not there. I don't. Trunks, I don't know. We need to see what happens with Caleb this year under Ben Johnson before we just write him off. What up, Christy? Speaking of Caleb, hey, Christy.
Christy, how was the concert you heard?
Shout out to Christy. Was at the Kendrick Lamar concert the other night. Sorry you didn't unfortunately get your Kendrick shirt, but I hope you was able to find one there. She ordered a Kendrick shirt from the homie and she didn't come on time. So Bella. Oh, Bella's in the chat now finally. But nah,
she was here earlier.
She was. I didn't know. I apologize, Bella. But anyway, to the point. Yeah. I'm not ready to rule out. She is. Oh, you're right. Talking about Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to you, Bella. Caleb lost out. He did.
Trunks, most rookie quarterbacks do.
Yeah, the game's too fast for him sometimes. And now here comes Mark Pryor. Oh boy. Means Mark Pryor's coming out saying, just get through the inning, dude. This is not looking good. I kind of figured. Just don't look. I don't know. Look, just do not losing this shit. Oh man, he got hit.
Yeah.
Right on the shin guard.
Yeah. There's a stretch button on Caleb. Yeah. I think Caleb gonna be all right, man. I think you're gonna see a much better Caleb. You're gonna see balance of a lot of rookie quarterbacks. Like what happened with Bo Nix, I think you're gonna start seeing a little bit of backpedal from Bo Nix. Not a lot, but a little bit backpedal. You're gonna see the improvements on. I think you'll see the improvements on all quarterbacks. I think you're gonna see where defense is now. We got a year tape on you. Now, we about to force you into your weakness. What can you do?
I agree. Yeah, shout out to you, Christy.
So they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, but I wasn't really. Obviously, talking to me when the game started. Oh, strike one. It's a process, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Shador. Obviously, all these quarterbacks, Cam Ward. Obviously, we get the first crack at Cam Ward because when they come to Mile High, the first game of the season. Um, Again, shout out to the Broncos. Found out the news the other day that Demaryius Thomas is going in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I might make the trip there. Might have to make my guy. That was one of my guys there. A jerseys in the closet. So therefore, I might need to make the trip to Mile High to go see my guy DT because he couldn't be there. He can't be there in the physical. So Broncos country, we got a ref for the 88 club or 88 club.
Who y'all play that week?
Giants. It'll be Russell Wilson or Jameis. Or it could be Jackson Dart.
Oh, what week is it? Is it early or is it?
It's week 6 or 7. It's in October.
Russell will still be starting.
Yeah, or that could be Jackson Dart.
No,
you know?
Russell will start until I think Russell until they become out the playoffs.
Yeah, so that's what we'll keep an eye on going through this. But oh man, what's going on right now with Dot? I'm gonna check out some WNBA action right now because we got a return happening tonight. I know I'll get back to the Dodgers. I know we're down 5-2.
Wait, who's out and coming? Wow.
Whoa! Hey, yo!
Wow. Who's?
Yo, you all right?
Who's playing tonight?
Pepsi, boss lady, if you're watching.
Who's playing tonight for the first time after taking some time off? This is crazy. Who's out and coming? That is.
I don't know who was. I mean, I'm not sure who.
I think it was a return. Like,
oh, but yeah, it's sort of a return. She was making a return event. I seen her backstage. Well,
seen her backstage.
No, I said backstage in the walking through the tunnel. I should say. The Sparks are in Vegas against the Aces, and Kelsey Plum is making her return.
Senior.
Sir. She's saying sir. See her say senior or sir. Yeah, most rookie quarterbacks don't come with that height.
They do.
Sam saying, yeah, the Buccaneers are putting Simeon Rice in the Hall of Fame longer. Yeah, Simeon Rice should have been in the ring. I'm not figuring out how he hasn't been in the Ring of Honor. I understand the argument against why he hasn't been in the Hall of Fame. Because obviously, look how long it took Rondé Barber and John to get in. But I'm trying. I really didn't understand how Simeon Rice wasn't in the Buccaneers Ring of Honor.
I think they should put that defense up there.
The whole Tampa 2 defense
should
be in the Ring of Honor. So I already got Warren Sapp in there. You got Derek Brooks in there. You got Rondé Barber. You got John Lynch. You need Simeon Rice in there.
You need Dante Abraham.
You need Dexter Jackson, who's the Super Bowl MVP. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Put that defense there.
Just have a scroll in Raymond James Stadium that says Tampa 2 defense.
Yeah, just put the defense there as holes.
I freaking hate Mark sometimes, man. I freaking hate Mark sometimes.
I might go to a Tampa Bay game this year.
Shout out to that.
Shout out to the big bro.
Yeah, big bro. Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make that. Go check out my guy DT getting going posthumously into the Ring of Honor. But yeah, Kelsey Plum is Monty. That's right, Monty Kiffin. RP, Monty Kiffin is going. He's the architect of it, so he should definitely be. You can't talk about that defense without talking about Monty Kiffin.
That's like Tex Winter on the train.
Pretty much. That's why I hated that Tex Winter winning so late in the Hall and got inducted in the Hall of Fame. And he was at the point of health where he kind of at the point where he could speak in public. So his son had to do it, had to present his speech for him, which I thought was just a conversation. Because I'm keeping my eye on what happens with the Baseball Hall of Fame next year when it comes to Pete Rose. And Barry Bonds. Well, Barry Bonds probably won't be on the ballot. They'll probably put him on the year after next. Imagine that the best player in the sport is not enshrined, but y'all got all his merch, y'all got all his memorabilia there. Same thing y'all had with Pete Rose. Y'all had all his stuff from him breaking all these hit records, but no, but they ain't want him there. It's a whole nother conversation, man. By the way, no Paige Becker. She's in concussion protocol, so I hope she's getting right.
Shit.
She's gonna miss the next 2 games, and obviously the news that Caitlin Clark, she's gonna miss like the next 2 weeks, possibly with a quad strain.
Mm-hmm. Not a growing
quad strain. By the way, the shout out to the Liberty beat the Mystics earlier. The Mercury are up on the Lynx at halftime, and the Storm are up on the Dream. I don't understand what is going on with. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna say this. I'm thinking about this. So, hearing a lot about all these rule changes. This push. Prevent people from scoring.
Stop it.
Yeah, I understand how people were upset because Jalen Hurts wasn't at the White House. He said he had something to do. It's his choice. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go.
People was upset that he didn't go.
Some people was questioning why he so is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It is what it is. He went there, so
it's all the teams. It's the team. It's always each individual player's decision if they want to go or not.
I do want to bring up something that's really not do one more time before you get to calling out names. Because I think it's something that me and you got to discuss. Because we're kind of about. I don't know if you heard. Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, saying I think by the end of the 2027 school year, the SEC will be they're separating themselves from the NCAA.
What?
I'm trying to find I want to find the article. So they talk about
separating from the NCAA. What they mean?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Here we go. I have people in my room asking me why are we still in it. So could it really be leaving? So Greg Sankey, I'm trying to find it. I want to find the right article. I really want to discuss it because obviously me and you both have squads in the SEC,
right?
And now it's talking about, and he's going to try to get the SEC out of separating from the NCAA because, and I guess start on topic on allow. Let me see. Here we go. So Greg Sankey announced that the SEC will depart from the NCAA 29 academic season.
How does that work?
How is he doing this?
I mean, I would say this. Man, this is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. If he was to do that, dog, that would affect the NCAA.
It would.
That might cripple the NCAA.
That could be the call right now. The SEC call right now. I want to know what's this. So he's saying, SEC, it's a joint move with the Big Ten. The SEC will be breaking away from the NCAA effective 28-29 with more to follow. I don't know how they're going to do this. I'm trying to figure this out. Can y'all help me? So I know we all just hate the NCAA. I know they're a bunch of idiots. We call them the Keystone Cops. They always get in their own way. They just don't know how to just sit down, shut up, and let the sports people do what they're supposed to do. But the SEC attempting to break away from college football, college sports is just so. It's the SEC and the Big Ten. They're trying to come together and lead the NCAA.
Oh yeah, that's gonna cripple the NCAA. And it's gonna start with football, right? Or is everything football, basketball?
I clearly they'll be the first two.
That's crazy, dog. That will cripple the NCAA. All your money is in them two conferences. I mean, of course, you still got Clemson, who was there? Notre Dame.
Yes, I mean Clemson got Notre Dame, Florida State, Miami.
But that is crazy.
So here's a reading story. So the SEC functions for greater autonomy and independence within college sports, leading to a departure from the NCAA. While they haven't formally announced the SEC, along with the Big Ten, is actively seeking more control over the governance of college sports, particularly in areas like revenue distribution and the college football playoff. So you look at the detail of the situation. They want more autonomy within the NCAA, believing that they need more say in college sports and how college sports are governed. The two conferences have formed a joint advisory group to address challenges in college athletics, including the recent court rulings and inconsistent state laws. The potential for the SEC to leave the NCAA is being used as a bargaining chip to secure more autonomy and influence within the NCAA's new government model.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC and the Big Ten are seeking larger share of media rights revenue and want control over the format of the college football playoff. Some within the SEC have suggested a scenario where the two conferences form their own playoff, eliminating the need for a national championship decision by the NCAA. That's not happening. Complex issues is the issues surrounding the college sports. Well, it could.
If this actually happens, who cares about?
Well, basically, how is it possible, Sam? They're gonna try to work together to make sure it happens. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
my thing is just, and this is what I really haven't doing too much research. If those two can create enough revenue, which they can, they can now be their own governing. They can create their own governing board.
Oh, Aces are up 15 on the Sparks. Not surprised here, but
if they was to do that, NCAA would be, then you start having two separate leagues. I don't know how this will work.
So you throw in the SEC. So you throw in there. So obviously
in basketball it might work because you have powerhouses everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have powerhouses everywhere in college football.
In football,
so you don't have it everywhere in college football.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the list of the teams, obviously, in the Big Ten, in the SEC and the Big Ten. So let's start in the Big Ten. Obviously, for those who don't know who's in the Big Ten, you got Oregon, Indiana, Penn State, the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, USC, Rutgers, Washington, UCLA, Nebraska, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Maryland, and Purdue. So let me count that right quick. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Where did I leave off at? Oh, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 schools right there in the Big Ten. In the Big Ten. Then let's go down to the SEC, where you have Texas, Mark's Georgia Bulldogs, my Tennessee Volunteers, Alabama, Trails LSU Tigers, Lay's South Carolina Gamecocks, Nessa's Texas A&M Aggies, Ole Miss, Missouri, Josh's Florida Gators, FDM, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Auburn, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. So that right there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 teams. You're talking about a 34 team league.
Mm-hmm. But the 34, like I said, a 34 team league, dog, look how much income it would generate versus how much income the NCAA will lose.
That is something that we really got to keep our eyes on going into the next couple years. What happened?
I don't eat red meat. I'm trying to stop on red meat. So.
Oh, okay.
What is going to be the case with this story? So keep your eyes peeled to this story with the NCAA as far as the SEC, probably in the Big Ten, pretty trying to stage a mutiny to get from around the SEC. I said I just turned away briefly from Dodgers Yankees to see what's going on. The Aces are up 18 on the Sparks, and Kelsey Plum's first game against her former team. And what kind of ovation did she get? I'm assuming they gave her a great ovation. She spent all 7 years there. Ha! Fat to Saul Trunks' comment. Shador might be better. Yeah, Fab. You know, Fab's gonna come in on some Fab.
The Fab one about to come in.
Yeah, let me shut up. Nova, I hope you're entertained. Yeah, so yeah, that's we keep an eye on that. Let's get to the final segment of the day. It's often imitated, it's never duplicated. Some do stuff in the sports world, and this is the place where they get called out for it. And we are the show that calls people. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for calling out names. Relax, Trevor. All right. I have one person I'm calling out names. You know what? I never thought the day will come that I would put this person on calling out names.
Yourself?
No. Well, that day might eventually happen. Say this. I'm putting Kobe on calling out names.
Wait, Kobe dead, no?
I'm putting Kobe Bryant on calling out names.
No, you can't do that, dog.
Yes, I can.
I'm about to end this show.
Yes, I am. I'm putting Kobe Bryant on calling out names.
Why? What happened?
Gotcha! Not Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe Bryant, the cornerback, who now plays for the Atlanta Falcons. Kobe Bryant, this undrafted QB from the Falcons.
Look at James Harden.
That's where I'm going. He decided to take a pot shot at Lamar Jackson by basically posting this on his IG story, calling him the James Harden of the NFL. Kobe Bryant is an undrafted free agent.
That's the dude. He was at Cincinnati with Sauce.
No, not that Kobe. Not the one that's with the Seahawks.
Kobe Bryant.
It's another Kobe Bryant.
All right, y'all gotta stop naming y'all kids Kobe Bryant.
So this is why I was saying I never thought I'd put Kobe on calling on names, but this is it. So Kobe Bryant, who's an undrafted free agent from the Atlanta Falcons. JB, I don't know what y'all doing. JB, Champ, Drell, I don't know what y'all boys doing in the ATL. But he decides to post on his story an AI photo of Lamar Jackson, but with James Harden's face over Lamar Jackson's body. By the way, this Kobe Bryant is an undrafted free agent from Kansas who signed with the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
Here's the deal. Kobe. You don't know your NFL future yet, my brother. And if you're going to go at Lamar Jackson, I need to know. So I'm going to go look at the schedule. I need to know.
Wait. Has he played a game yet in the NFL?
No. A freaking undrafted rookie took a shot at a two-time league MVP. Then Kobe, I hope somebody told you. I hope you really don't know what you did, right? Now, looking at the Ravens schedule, I want to see do they play the Falcons. We all know they play y'all opening on Sunday night. I know they play y'all Sunday night. I'm looking at their schedule. Browns, Lions, Chiefs, Texans, Rams, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns again, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, of course, Patriots, Ravens, and then it's still Kobe Bryant. You are lucky as hell that you're not on the Ravens schedule.
Well, he might not make the team, right?
Pretty much. And let me say this. Now, Lamar Jackson's probably didn't even pay any attention to this. But I guarantee you Eric DeCosta did. John Harbaugh did. You better hope and pray to God that you make the Falcons. And if you don't make the Falcons and you're good enough to play in the NFL, you better not be on one of them 17 games. Because I guarantee Lamar Jackson finds you, he is going to make your day a living hell.
It's kind of like Josh Allen with Jalen Ramsey.
Yes. He is going to make your life a living nightmare just because you can keep your freaking mouth shut.
And now Trill said he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Let me explain that. And the Trail's point. Yes, that Lamar Jackson has not showed up in the playoffs. He can't say that, though. He got to earn his stripes. He's right at what he's saying. Because you watch Sports4U, we've criticized Lamar Jackson. Me and Trevor, we had a conversation. We've criticized Lamar Jackson's play in the playoffs. Now, but is Josh Allen saying it? Is Patrick Mahomes saying it? Is Joe Burrow saying it? Matthew Stafford? Jalen Hurts? Saquon Barkley? All guys I just named are either MVPs or played in the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl.
Lamar's a Super Bowl best player.
Our boy Brave Raider Pablo in the building said it's not right, especially him saying that, but he isn't wrong. Lamar is a Super Bowl bust player at this point. I agree. We all agree with the context of what this young brother was saying. But he can't be the one saying that. Because number one, I guarantee if the Falcons were to play the Ravens, that defense is going to hunt Michael Penix Jr. Would have hunted Michael Penix Jr. But like I said, you can't be the one who says that. Live and learn, young fella. Try to make your squad, and have a career, make some good money, provide for your fam, stay healthy, and retire. But do not go after all-world quarterbacks. Please. And I'm just out of curiosity, I want to know, just in case he does make the Falcons roster. We already know he's going to have to deal with the Saints and Tampa Bay and Carolina. I'm looking at who the rest of the schedule is. Vikings. All right, JJ McCarthy. Not bad. Oh, Week 4. The Commanders. Oh, look who they play on Monday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills. If you do not think Josh Allen will pick on this kid, yeah, that's like us telling Gil how to run his pod as opposed to someone like O'Shea. I mean, and I'm looking at got the Bill, got Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen. Okay, Falcons. They play the 49ers. Dolphins. Sorry, Nelson. Patriots. Colts. So we don't know who the Saints quarterback is. Baker Mayfield. Kyler Murray. Matthew Stafford. Boy, if you on the squad, you may not. And
again, that's even if he make the squad.
If he makes the squad,
so
because number one, you be the number 2.
But I'll be watching for him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nessa. I didn't think you. I didn't know you were still here. I'm sorry.
But I'll be watching for him just to see. You know, that's the name I'm keeping in my mind. Like, and you know, what's so funny is I don't know if players feel that way about Lamar Jackson.
They don't. You know, maybe somebody do, but some don't. But they're not gonna say it.
Yeah, nah. Lamar too much of a special player, and if it's anybody who should say it, should be somebody on Buffalo. He beat them twice in the playoffs.
Pretty much.
Nah.
Somebody on the Chiefs.
Yeah. Nah.
Derrick Henry, his own teammate could be the one to talk trash. Derrick Henry, they knocked him out the playoffs the year he got his first MVP. But I don't want to hear this from an undrafted rookie. I'm sorry.
Is that it for your final name?
That's it. That's one person I had was Kobe.
I have a bunch of people.
Go ahead. All space in the world.
Well,
right
it's a double part of call down names. Everybody who's been calling Tyrese Halliburton a superstar.
Jay Williams.
We have
Morris twins.
We have to slow that down, please. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Tyrese is a hell of a player.
Can I interject to your point? Jay Williams said anybody who doesn't think Tyrese Halliburton is a superstar shouldn't talk basketball with him. But don't talk basketball with me.
That's cool.
It's cool. That's your opinion.
I mean, you went to Duke, so
yeah. I don't have nothing to say. You say you don't want to go to North Carolina, but not.
And shout out to Tim. He he was a hooper anyway, but
yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, no, he's not a superstar. You know, I don't. He's the third best. He probably the third best point guard that's still in the playoffs.
Just think about it. So it's
there's only 3 teams left.
SGA is a point guard, or is it 2?
1.
SGA, Jalen Brunson, and him.
Mm-hmm. And again, we talk about he's a great player. He's a hell of a player, but he's just not at that superstar level. And so to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, all y'all just gotta stop. Like, let him develop to get there. Like, stop trying to be the first one to call it.
I'm so with you on that one.
Just let him get there. And then the other part is we have to stop throwing this word superstar around,
please,
too often, dog. We just giving anybody superstars. I heard when Wilbon and what's that dude on PTI? Kornheiser was talking. They said Kornheiser said somebody SGA can't be a superstar until he wins a championship.
That's crap.
And I said, man, we putting too much stipulations on what's superstar, because they was calling Jordan superstar before he won the championship.
Pretty much.
Matter of fact, they was calling him the GOAT before he won the championship. So I don't want to hear that now, because you're the older cats and you're looking down at some of these younger players and like, nah, you can't be a superstar until you do this, when we literally seen some of these players become superstars and be called superstars and be treated as superstars before, without meeting these criteria that y'all did. And stop and honestly, we probably have, like we said, 4 or 5 true superstars in NBA.
Pretty much.
No, let it be that, and let everybody be great players. And then once we see the Bronze, the Stephs, the KD leave, let's see who step up and fill them, man. Like, this is the fun part about basketball, is you seeing the wave going out and then you ushering in a new crowd, man. And then we can just allow them to be them, man. Just let that shit happen.
I can't say it even better. Everybody wants to be first to a story. Say, yeah, I was the first one to call it. But let's be clear. We knew Tyrese Halliburton was a lottery pick coming out of Iowa State. I mean, he just ended up on the wrong team because they already had an all-star point guard, and they was like, they're not going to let that pass up. And look what they turned. The Kings turned Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield into DeMontis Sabonis.
Or you can look at it as they turned him and De'Aaron Fox into
DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, which we clearly saw didn't work in Chicago. And it's clearly not going to work in Sacramento, but congratulations, Doug Christie. I hope you do a good job.
Yeah, that's it for me, though.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna get up out of here because we can finish the weekend. By the way, happy birthday, Josh! Happy birthday, Bash! And
My guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start the weekend. By the way, there's Jerry Brockmeyer, the director extraordinaire, because producing the new F1 movie starring Brad Pitt. My man Franklin Saints in the movie as well. Tuesday, when we're back here Tuesday. By the way, heads up now. Tuesday next week will be our only show of the week. I will explain more on Tuesday.
Mind your business.
So we'll explain more on Tuesday.
Just mind your business.
I was say it's mind your business. It's mind your business. We'll explain more on Tuesday though. We'll explain more, but Tuesday will be the only show next week. So
yep,
we'll let you know what's up on Tuesday. Mark, when we're back on Tuesday, will we have?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We will have the Easter Conference champion because
yes.
if the series goes to 7 games, 7 is Monday. When we're back here, who is heading to Oklahoma City next Thursday? Shout out to Dave Winfield in the house.
I'm going with my same pick. I have Patriots in 6 to begin the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be Patriots in 6.
Oh, wow. Dang it, drop. All right. Look, I said Knicks in 7. So, although them being down 3-1 kind of made things very interesting, made me change my mind. But for the fun of it, I'm going to still stick with my guns and say Knicks in 7. Although I do think the Pacers are going to come out tomorrow like gangbusters and just try to just put these dudes.
Like what?
Relax.
All right.
I say gangbusters. I mean, say gang bust.
Sorry.
Anything is to be said on a Friday. Y'all know what it is.
The gang on the bus is crazy.
I didn't say gang bus.
That's what they want.
But yeah, when we get back, I think we're gonna get Knicks OKC, but it don't matter. I think OKC's gonna end that series in 5 games. By the way, your boy Max Fried, 8 years, 218. Shout out to Yamamoto, 12 years, 325. I was Garrett Cole. He's out for the year with Tommy John. So
he did Tommy and John.
Yo, you good?
Me?
Yo, you right?
Oh yeah. You
good?
You at the puff party, son.
Nah. There's Garrett Cole right there. All right, we're gonna get up out of here. So Tuesday we'll preview the finals, recap Dodgers Yankees, and just looking ahead to but it'll be a lot of finals talk on Thursday. Obviously, we'll make our finals predictions and everything. By the way, Max Fried has the lowest ERA for a Yankees pitcher in his first 11 starts. Lower than Jack Quinn, Dave Rigetti, Phil Nurko, and Ray.
He's a Nurko?
Nurko.
Oh.
Pablo Bay Raider says if the Thunders win, they could give a 90s Bull run considering their youth and all the assets they possess. It's scary.
Yeah. They have 4 picks in this draft coming up, right?
Pretty much. And then we'll have we'll talk about their offseason when their season is over. But yeah, they got a lot of assets in the chamber thanks to multiple trades. A lot of trades that they pretty much have done. Sam Presti. Now it's time for him to finally get his first ring, and he's going to have one probably in the next couple of weeks.
I think it's set up 2 championship teams, 2 winning teams. Mm-hmm. One with SKD, James Harden, Serge, Kendrick Perkins. You heard?
By the way, Kendrick Perkins got a standing ovation in OKC. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so he deserves some flowers, man.
By the way, he was the man who drafted Kevin Durant. He's been a GM since 2007, so he was a GM back when they were still in Seattle. So we'll talk about that, and we'll just preview the finals. Give you our pick, who the best players are, give our official picks, and then we'll be about show on Tuesday because we're only doing 1 show next week. We'll let you know what's going on. Make sure you subscribe to Sports4U on YouTube, like us on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and TikTok at Sports4U Podcast. Follow me and John Watson 098 for our X, Instagram, and TikTok. Heimer on X. Follow Nick on X, Instagram, and Nine Gorilla. You want to get some merch? You know where to hit us up. X, Instagram, TikTok at Sports4U Podcast. Hoodies, T-shirts. Summer's coming around. And then also just stay safe. Enjoy the weekend. Obviously, I'll be at Dodger Stadium Sunday. We're going to see Yamamoto on the hill.
Happy birthday, Sam. Sam got a birthday coming up. He just told me today.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Sam. Everybody who celebrated a birthday last month who's going to be celebrating a birthday coming up. Celebrate, live life, and have fun. So, yeah, we're going to get up out of here on this Friday night, this freaky Friday night. Shout out to everybody in the comments from Sam, Brave Raider, Nessa, Trail, Fat, Bella, Nova, Trunks, PBG, Get Your Podcast, Ill Will, everybody, Pie Father, Tip Major, everybody, Sports PSP who was on the pod. So shout out to everybody. By the way, yeah, Sam's birthday next Saturday. Yeah, that's Sam. That day is going to be a reason why I'll explain why next week, but we'll see. That's a good night. We out here. We out this piece. This has been Sports4U. I'm John, Smart, Nick Freeze, shout out to Nico, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Peace.